Ice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capping space. I won't stop till I hear him say, and I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capping space. I won't stop till I hear him say, ice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capping space. I won't stop till I hear him say, and I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capping space. I won't stop till I hear him say, ice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, la, 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 la.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in here live on Buford's Own. My name is Javon Livingston. Alongside me, we got Mr. Leslie tuning in, joining us from BA here today. Joining us from the color commentary. How you doing?
Good. Exciting night.
Yeah, we got a big one for sure. We got a top 10 matchup. No matter how you slice it, no matter what rankings you look at, this is a top 10, top 5. 4A matchup. Yeah. So it's awesome to see, and it's for region as well. Well, not completely for region, but it has big implications here tonight.
Definitely.
You know, implications. If you're May River, you definitely want to win this game. If you're Bishop England, you don't want to lose this game. If you win it for Bishop England, you're almost secure.
Yeah,
you're almost secure.
May River, you need to win by at least 2 tonight to have a chance at region.
All right, so you get that split, and then you have that tiebreaker advantage, like you said, in case both teams win out moving forward. So barring some upsets here, great opportunities, but no slouch as well, because this region is really, really tough.
This region's crazy. I mean, we have 2 tonight, Bishop England versus 3 May River. Bishop England goes to number 4, Hilton Head next week. Yeah. I think they go to number 10, Bluffton next week. I mean, this is a gauntlet in 4A.
Yeah, and like you said, it's as a gauntlet, it's not weak. Usually, sometimes schedules are weak. All of the teams, they have double-digit strength of schedule when you look at max prep. So all of these teams are, 10, 9, 10, 9. The RPI rankings, they're all top 10. So it's big in this region right here. This
will be good. Their first matchup, Bishop England won 3-1. Look for it to be, I think defensive-minded again here. Bishop England has only given up 7 goals in 11 matches. So we'll see how this plays out.
Yeah, and, speaking of, you want to talk about goals given up, I looked at a funny statistic there, and I'm just kind of piecing it together. I was looking at the schedule. So for Bishop England, every game except one, that Buford game they played earlier this week, has been 4 goals and under, win or loss. And for May River, it's the opposite. Every game, they played 15, 13 of those have been 4 goals or over.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
May River, I believe, 71 goals this season. They have, I believe, 8 or 9 players with more than 5 goals. So definitely offensive, and here we go, maybe our first opportunity. He's on, and wow.
And the first goal of the night. And there you go, number 7, Joshua Karachere gets the first goal of the night.
Beautiful goal, beautiful through ball. He stayed on, beautiful finish.
And that's the start. You want to talk about an offensive-minded team. You want to get in and you want to score a goal early, get your team excited coming out. You got to keep that energy now, and that's the only downside to this. As you score that goal early and then you don't score for a long time,
I mean, like I said, this is now Bishop England's 12th game and only that 8th goal they've given up. So big to get that done in the first minute.
Shark fans, that first goal off the foot of number 7, Josh Karachere.
See how Bishop England responds.
Yeah, and I got to talk to head coach of May River, Mr. Garzon, as he was in the booth right behind us, helping cover the JV game. I didn't talk to Coach Costa from Bishop England, but what they were saying is this game is just going to be very, very, very testy. And, for the defense here for Bishop England, he thinks the strength, while they, as a team, their defense has been good, he thinks the play and not making the goalkeeper do a lot of work there on the field defense, their back line is really good. So to get by and get a goal here early says a
Yeah.
lot there for, you know.
Always say as a coach, there's 10 players in front of the keeper. You know, it's not always on the keeper. You gotta have those 10 players do their job. And here's another run. Here's a quick run. Bishop England. Keeper comes out. Well done.
And what's the call? Leseas Garcias.
Looks like they said the keeper had possession of the ball when the Bishop England striker came through, kicked it out of his hands, so they'll let him drop and play.
It's a good evening for some soccer. So we got our weather report right there for Bluffton. 78 degrees, but the sun is going down, just about 10-mile-per-hour winds. It feels pretty good up here, don't you think?
It feels beautiful. Beautiful evening.
Yeah, and I love it. I love it when it's like this because it's right in that middle where it's not too hot, it's not too cold, and it's just beautiful. It's beautiful.
See May River really pressing that back line of Bishop England. Cross.
I'd say.
Not-
Go ahead.
Not too much communication there between the keeper and the back line by May River.
I was about to say, feel free to chime in as
Yeah.
well. It's your first game. We're working our chemistry a little bit here going forward, but, feel free to chime in. I always love having that coaching, experience and that viewpoint here on the stream, so I love when I can have that. I've had a couple coaches on before, and it's always awesome the way they explain things, for the view, especially for me, being, a novice with soccer.
Appreciate it. Looks like we have our first corner here from Bishop England.
I haven't seen too many goals, scored from the corner. I know you see a lot of it. You talk about MLS highlights and things like that. Kick from the corner and a couple headers and you're in, but not too much so far in high school.
No, we've been lucky at BA. We've had some good set pieces, especially from the corner. But yeah, those are also always beautiful goals. You get a head on it from a corner. Some of the prettier goals you'll see. But that one went straight out, unfortunately.
And I love the turf here at May River, the A in the shape of a shark fin as well. And one of the last schools to get the turf fields, as they are the newest school in the newest public school in the county. So
it is. It's a gorgeous field.
And I love that they did that. They came out with a plan when they redid that sports bill, the sports funding bill. And, some schools were upset because other schools were getting it first, and they made a pattern. They can't do them all in the same year. Somebody's got to be home. So
another corner here from Bishop England. May River's keeper with a little stress there. Oh no, we're calling it. He handled it. Are we calling it a corner or? He handled it outside the box. Keeper handled it outside the box, so we have a indirect here.
And from the corner, that one redirected out. Almost a scare there on the ricochet. And we got some viewers in the chat. We got Miss Stephanie in the chat. I think she got her answer as far as when the game's going to start. and someone we both know pretty well, Will Howard, AD at BA and former classmate of mine at Battery Creek. And what's going on, Coach Leslie?
What's up, Howell? Another corner. Both teams definitely trying to feel it out. Not too much possession yet. A little frantic pace.
Yeah, that's usually what happens. I said it's a lot easier to see, when I was covering basketball was the main sport that I would be able to see it in. Is that a lot of teams, they try to get out athletic early and try to make the exciting play. And I think May River won that. Normally you don't see a goal that early. I think that's probably was the quickest goal I've seen this season. But normally you don't see it that early, but you want to kind of assert some kind of athletic dominance, whether it's showing that you guys can run very well, you're fast, whether you want to play bully ball, you kind of set that tone a little bit early.
Not sure what the call was there. That'll be a throw to May River.
And we got Mr. I'm going to assume that's Ethan in the chat. I said that last time because his name's spelled E, and then he has, I guess, like a Saints emoji, and then it's A-N. So I'm going to assume that's Ethan, maybe.
I don't know. Tell us, Ethan.
Let us know, but he's in. Love when I can see viewers on the chat more than once, consistent viewers. I always love that, especially when they chime in. He's getting the chat hype. It's like, let's go, chat. I always tell them to chime in, you know what I'm saying? Even if you chimed in a couple of games and look at you now. Look at
living the life over here.
Living the life. It's easy. It ain't going to work that way for everybody, but but still, it's awesome, man. Get in the chat.
Both teams definitely trying to find some shape, find a form here.
We got a score already. 5-2. May River is the prediction from Ethan.
Wow.
And Miss Stephanie happened in the chat with the Let's Go Bishop. So we got an away fan here in the chat. Love the Bishops. They're always great in the chat as well.
That's going to be a foul going May River's way. Can't jump on his back like that.
He said no, it's E-Man, and he changed it. He changed the Saints logo. It's E-Man.
Oh, I know. I think I might know who that is.
Nice kick to the far side. A little bit of curveball on that one. The wind took that one. I think the wind is blowing a little bit in our direction there towards the left. Here for our viewers on screen.
E-Man.
And there's a Rentas.
Having our first sub from Bishop England. Not sure how far each team goes down their benches.
It's always interesting. Usually, when you watch soccer, it's a lot of teams, when you get to these competitive games, and most schools, when you get to those competitive games, it's not too many subs. So it's interesting when you see a team that's deep in the tough competitive games. That means you got a program going for at least a couple of years there, unless you're super senior heavy. And right there in a little bit of the mint colored green right there is Rentas, goalkeeper for Bishop England.
Beautiful punt. Beautiful punt.
All the way to the other side of the pitch. And there's Cejas Garcias in the neon yellow and black there for May River.
Little ping pong here between the punts. May River is definitely pressing that back line. Doing a good job to put them under pressure.
Yeah, we talked about. Yeah, we talked about the offensive defensive matchup here. May River being more offensive, Bishop England being more defensive. So I think both skills are going to be tested today. They're attackers versus that back line as well. And it looks like we got a player down on the pitch. Hopefully he's okay. Pan away a little bit. See what happens before we go to injury timeout. Usually I go to injury timeout immediately, but usually sometimes lately in soccer they usually pop back up by the time I hit the commercial break button.
Yeah, it's crazy how that happens.
So there he goes. He hops up there.
Those soccer players, they're resilient.
And that's Jack Wheat for May River that was down, and glad to see him back up and stay on the field there on the pitch.
I'm sure they are too. He's their leading goal scorer.
Tossing the ball here.
E-Man is pulling for the Richland Jaguars.
Oh, okay, that's what's up.
Not sure they're in this match, but
Hey, man, school spirit, man. He's just a soccer fan right there. It's school spirit, man. I love it. I love when everybody tunes in. Like I said, Beaufort Zone, it's Beaufort County.
yep.
And a lot of people, when I did a lot of heavy Beaufort High streaming, that was just the first opportunity that I had. But the goal has always been to cover all of Beaufort County, and that's what I named it after. And they're like our little brother, man. That Jasper County over there, so Ridgeland, Hardyville.
Yep.
Definitely love to show them some love whenever I can there too. Sometimes.
We at Beaufort Academy, our boys, we did play Ridgeland this year. Appreciated them coming out to our place.
Speaking of, I just remembered I got them on the schedule, Hardyville versus Ridgeland, later on this year. So
Jasper County Derby.
yeah, so there you go.
Throw out the records.
Man, here's the upcoming schedule there, and if you don't believe me, go on our YouTube page. You can see our upcoming schedule there as well. We got it all the way out there. Ridgeland versus Hardyville, got that doubleheader, girls and boys, on the schedule as well. I believe that's on the 17th. I think that might be right over spring break. There we go. And while we're talking about our YouTube page, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And to check out our YouTube page for not only our upcoming schedule, but our post-game highlights as well. We can get them up pretty fast, depending on our location and our signal strength, but usually within the first hour, most of the time within about 10-15 minutes. So that's great. And we'll be live on Monday back here at May River as they take on Bluffton in the baseball matchup.
Still a frenetic pace, but definitely looks. May River has Bishop England on their heels a bit. Going downhill in May River's direction. The play is definitely going downhill that way.
And the pressure definitely going to be tested. I think you want to talk about May River, excuse my stutter in there a little bit. You want to talk about May River having to want to win by 2 to secure their chance of winning the region should both of these teams win out. You know, they're putting the pressure. They got one of them down early. My magic number for me, I think today, is when I was looking at this game, I think they need to score 3. I think if they could comfortably get to 3, then they can win this match here tonight. Bishop Lincoln, on the hand, they want to keep it as low scoring as possible because that's their bread and butter. They're a great defensive team. Like we said, all of their games have been 4 or less, win or loss. You know, so that's where they're at. Their strength is in their defense. They're a defensive team. Sometimes, you know, it might be a little bit boring to watch because it's not as high scoring. But, man, the strategy in defense, man, sometimes it's a thing of beauty to appreciate.
Definitely. Looks like they were maybe taking a little bit of a cue there. They're definitely dropping more players more regularly. Easy save, not much there.
Now, what's your style? Now, if you were covering this game right here where the styles are completely different, right, would you press your strength or would you attack their weakness? Which one would you?
I think knowing, I guess as Bishop England, knowing how high octane May River is, I would drop more players. I would probably play more on my back line or sit back a little bit and let them build up and have a bit more of a bend don't break defense. But what I see here is actually May River, the second Bishop England gains any kind of possession in their third, May River seems to be dropping more players pretty quickly and seems to be packing the box, unwilling to give any goal opportunities. And they really haven't had any decent goal opportunities yet.
Well, and that's what I was thinking too that's the reason why I asked you that question, because you remember a moment ago you said May River was doing that. And the reason why that spurred that question was because I was thinking, well, maybe that might be the strategy here, knowing that they're not a high-scoring offense, they're a defensive team. Well, if you stop them from scoring any goals, I think you might have a better chance of stopping them from scoring than you scoring on them. And I think that might be the strategy there. So I know how good we are. We think we can get 1 or 2, but I believe we can also hold them out if we hold the reins down on the defensive side.
And that first goal was really just, I mean, there was really no build-up to that. It was just a beautiful through ball to a fast striker and a beautiful finish. I mean, catch lightning in a bottle for sure.
Yeah.
Quickly.
Or a busted coverage, and that's the way it could be sometimes.
Looks like our first sub from May River. Wasn't always pleased to be subbing off, but they never are.
They're in and out, man.
A little bit indecisive on clearing that, and Bishop England now with an opportunity.
Field goal, 3 points. No, I'm just playing.
As a coach, if I had a dime for everyone that went through the field goal as opposed to in the goal.
Yeah, well, they had a close one the other day. I was covering that Hilton Head game the other day, and they had one straight beeline, but it hit the field goal crossbar. It bounced off, and then they hit it on the ricochet. The second chance attempt, they scored the goal.
Oh, but yeah, they called it.
They called it off, yeah.
Yeah, hit the crossbar.
And they called off 2 in that game, which threw me off. I had the score wrong for a little bit because the first one was they were offsides. Hilton Head was offsides. Which throws me off because sometimes I keep the score because sometimes the scoreboard operators, sometimes they're slow to react or they forget to do so. So I was like, well, it's 1-0. They scored, right? And then later on in the game, I checked. I was like, let me make sure because it's been a while now. And that's what happened. They waved them both off.
This is, again, not a lot of build up there, just a good opportunity. Went straight to goal and had a chance. E-Man says he's the top 3 keeper in the state over at Ridgeland.
And ball out. You got to show out. You got one live primetime game this year. That's your game to show out.
E-Man, did you play us at Buford Academy? We're about halfway through the first half.
Where we at here?
That's an easy call. Easy call. Foul going May River's way.
There's a quick one there.
Threatening to play fast, but then they'll set it up. Yes, sir. Yeah, secondary academy.
Like E-Man asked why we not streaming the Bluffton Hilton Head game. I was like, man, you got to look at the rankings, baby. this is in the same exact region, to be specific. This is 1 and 2 versus 3 and 4 today, basically.
Yeah.
At this point, And both of these teams have won games, are undefeated against those 2 teams.
Bluffton's at Hilton Head tonight. Is that right?
Hilton Head's at Bluffton. Hilton Head's at Bluffton.
That's another great match. Yeah. And then this Bishop England team goes to both of them next week.
Yeah, and then
that's a hard 3 matches, traveling back and forth here 3 times.
Yeah, it's tough to pick because, like you said, all of them are top 10 in the state for the top 4, and that's rare that you get that. You might get 4 in the top 25, but to get 4 in the top 10, that's a big one there, and a tough strength of schedule. And mostly, all of their losses have pretty much come against each other or 5A competition, which is outrageous.
This is our first look at some really strong build-up. I got to question that offsides call from up here.
Well,
don't think I saw that.
Well, I always talk as a novice, too. When it comes to offsides, I don't really say it much, but with the ear, I can say it. I really don't like offsides calls because it looks like, the offensive team at the time, they found a break inside of the defense, and they're pushing to score. And it's like, nope. And I think you got to have a certain amount of defenders in front of you or next to you or something like that. And it's like, well, that's their problem, not mine.
About 17 minutes left in the half.
Yeah, keep it rolling. I don't think we might got probably 1 minute of extra
Yeah,
time
just
for
for
we being down.
that one goal and that short injury. Not a lot of opportunities here. May River's really packing it in well. Nothing challenging there for the keeper.
Yeah, that's always the telltale. You want to talk about how competitive the games are. You know, how many actual contested shots on goal there have been. Like, there could be shots towards the goal, but they can sail over, sail to the left, sail to the right. But how many really did the keeper have to defend, or it was going to be a goal?
Right.
You know?
There's like that FIFA stat, like the predicted goals based on the actual shots. That last one was probably worth 0.2 of a predicted goal. Not much of an opportunity there.
Yeah, that's what I look at. That's how I judge how many did the keeper actually have to move near the goal. Like you see, Sarah Garcia has how he's standing right behind the text on the goal. How many plays did he have to make in that area? You know, within the text or closer, or it would have been immediate danger. Yeah, that is an interesting stat. That's one of those advanced level stats that we probably can't get unless we got like 50 cameras out here.
That's a tough call. Didn't really see a foul there.
I always think about the crazy setups that professional broadcasters have when I look at what I do and what the stretch would be to get to like three or four cameras and to see them with like football has the all 22, basketball has all behind the glass and all these angles.
4D.
Yeah, 4D.
All right, Beeford, who's going to sponsor the drone for Beeford Zone?
Yeah, that'd be awesome. That's actually illegal. I can't do that.
Oh, my bad.
South Carolina High School League. I can't.
Never mind.
It's not a crime. It's not, it's not a crime, but they're going to be like, hey, man, you can't be flying that drone. It would make an awesome shot,
especially in the military community.
It would be awesome. Especially, for here, for Buford. Yeah. Got to be careful of those red zones. Finding out flying the drone is more complicated than you think with the areas you can and can't fly over.
Wow, nice save. Save will push that wide. Hard to tell from here if that would have gone in, but beautiful save. That'll be a Bishop England corner. That was definitely a predicted goal, I would say. That was a good save.
Yeah, knocking that one out of there. They're going to shoot another one, or are they coming from the corner? Okay.
Yeah, we've got a corner here.
Good soccer. I got to keep it with the ball, man. Ball go out over here. They start over there. Plus, they're in and out, too. That was always the funny thing about switching to spring sports. With your fall and winter sports, whistle means stop.
Oh, yeah.
And the spring, that's not what it means.
That'll be a goal kick.
I would say, talking about the start of the game, that quick score by May River, probably maybe before the first minute. I think Bishop England here so far has kind of dominated kind of possession just a little bit. As the favorite there, not too much. May River's had their presses too, but
yeah, I think Bishop England's recovered well. I mean, as a coach, it's always important to see how your boys will react to going down one fast. They've recovered.
Yeah, I'm just glad that wasn't too much fighting because that happens time too. You want to talk about a tough game, and you come out early and you want to set the standard and you want to, make it a tough game, and then you give up one early, and then they start fussing with each other and yelling, and it's like, hey, it's one goal.
Another foul called almost exactly in the same spot as the last free kick. Another tough call, 50-50 call, I'd say, but not necessarily the home cooking May River's looking for on that call. See if this leads to another save. Got 2 standing over the ball. We'll see who's going to take it. Another field goal. 6-1.
They wish they would happen like that. There'd be so many field goals kicked.
I think Hilton Head Christian would have us all beat.
Yeah. They're flying through there. Kelly would be murdered. He almost scored a goal from the opposite goal when I watched him play against John Paul. He just booted it. He just punted it from the opposite goal and almost scored one. And I was like, Jesus Christ, man, that kid's got a leg.
I'll tell anyone who will listen, he had one of the best upper 90 saves against us at BA this season that I've ever seen.
He's still, he's made some great ones. And, he's one of those kids where I look at him, where you identify, who's the athlete, who's probably the best player on the field. He's probably the first keeper that physically and energetically looked like the best player on the pitch at the time,
He's a difference maker for sure.
What? Dual sport athlete?
Has he committed yet for kicking?
No, not yet.
On to the keeper. No real issue there.
Yeah. Now, as a coach, would you count that as a save?
No.
No?
No.
That's what I always wonder, and that's where you talk about the skewed stats. And when I talk to JJ, I'm very for max preps. He's very anti max preps because things like that, people can kind of skew the stats a little bit. And that's one of those things. I was like, would you count that or would you not count that? I wouldn't count it. I wouldn't think it would be, but
my poor kids on my team, I don't count much more than goals.
Yeah.
So we don't have a bookkeeper, so hard to track assists and
yeah, that's always a problem.
and
Yeah.
saves. A little bit of opportunity here. I think that's a save.
Yeah. That definitely was going in there. It was a slow roller, but that was definitely going in.
Shot on goal. I think if Coach Misa has any, that's a foul for sure. He can't do that. Yeah, it might be shown yellow here. Maybe seeing our first yellow here.
He's dialing it up. Is he going in the pocket? There we go. First yellow.
Easy call. Look at me with my accurate punditry. That was unnecessary. He pulled him down. It was an easy foul call, and then he kicked the ball at the player.
He's like, I called it.
Unnecessary. Coach Misa letting them know. Unnecessary. For that card, he has to come off for at least a play, at least till the next substitution. Looks like he might sit a little longer. At the end of the day, we are dealing with 16, 17, 18-year-olds.
Right.
They do get a little hot-headed at times.
And so you always got to think about that one.
That's why I love and hate working with these boys. For the same reason. Here we go. We'll see. Nice little touch off the chest and a
little bit of whiff.
A little bit of a whiff. Call that the Butterfield where we go to school.
But yeah, in touch on that point, about remembering that these are 17, 18-year-old kids, and I say that echoes in the stands as well because I see a lot of people getting upset, argumentative, and the refs like, you gotta remember this isn't even amateur, really athletic. This is junior, this is kids athletics, and oh man, you get a little tense now.
Yeah. 7 put the other team in a bit of a blunder there. Got pulled down. Easy foul call.
But yeah, the calls, the upset with the referees, the scoreboard operator, the things. I was like, man, these are all volunteers. These are just moms and dads sometimes that got asked to fill in.
Man, I've officiated middle school games and I've so much opportunity there. Beautiful ball.
Yeah, they have people flowing towards the goal.
Yeah.
You see multiple. Everybody's in heads like they're
heads
like the Dolphins.
That, yeah. That's a missed opportunity.
And at close range, too, that would have been, too.
7 coming off after that good effort.
Oh. Came flying in there. That was quick back in action.
There, yeah.
I saw the whistle and I saw the center ref. He was walking.
Try to go long with the deep switch and not how they drew it up.
Yeah. I saw the referee call him through the whistle, and then he was walking towards like he was about to give a signal or something. And the next thing you know, the ball's flying. That's what I said about spring sports. You never know. Is they gonna take a minute or they're gonna take off?
Well, you don't always have officials who let you play fast like that. So I mean, that's good of them. You should just be able to touch the ball, put it down, play fast, and a lot of officials won't let you do that.
Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, if you're joining us via Facebook, you don't got to be stuck in your phone. We are live on YouTube as well, so you can blow us up on the big screen. You got a smart TV or tablet or anything, you need a bigger view experience, you can join us on YouTube as well at Buford's Own.
That's well done. Nice head back to the keeper. Yelling at the official to make sure the keeper's staying in the box.
Obviously, got to love a little bit of sideline officiating, right?
Frankly, I don't envy these officials when you're on a football field like this. Hard to know exactly what line you're looking at.
Yeah.
Same with the spectators.
That's always the same way too. You got to get used to it. Like you probably, if you're a player, I think a dual sport athlete, spring and fall, probably would be a little bit of a challenge. But like for me, when I played football, I was blind to the other lines. I never,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's the white line, football line's the only one I cared about. But if you play both, like you play football and soccer,
yeah.
I probably think it'd take you like a week or two for you to get comfortable. Like, oh yeah, I'm in soccer, back to football, you know.
Fan. I think they may have a point on that. I'm not quite sure where this goal box is. I think the keeper thinks it's at the 10.
And it's at that gray line, yeah.
It's at the 8. So I think this fan may have a point because he definitely was over the 8 just then.
Doesn't matter watching via stream. Give us a quick rewind. Check that out. Let us know. And we'll watch out for him the next goal kill, the next kick, the next punt here from Brent Tyson.
He won't be the first. I've been at a match where Brad Guzan did that for the U.S. national team.
That's what we talked about, playing on turf.
Yeah, that was in Atlanta in the old, what's the old dome at Georgia Dome?
Yeah, Georgia Dome. Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
I think both coaches at halftime would be hoping for a little bit more possession, a
yeah.
little bit more. That's a foul, easy call.
Cross, no. A little bit of a lost opportunity there.
Kept it in though. Keeping it in the box, well done. Hit the lacrosse net, but not the soccer.
Yeah, on the side there. was enough to, the angle, the optical illusion was enough to keep everybody in attention there just a little bit. So why do you call the whiff of the Butterfield, Kevin Libby?
That's going to be between us and Buford Academy.
So that's a BA thing, baby.
And I'm not sure what you think I had the good call on, Kevin, but I appreciate it.
Yeah. So that's a Ladies Island thing. We're the real island.
Yeah.
You stay over there on Hilton Head. It's always funny when I see that Facebook conversation about which island is the real island. Is it Ladies Island?
Easy call, offsides, offsides. This is not going to be a goal. This is offsides.
And finally, the call gets made there.
Yeah. Way up, way close to midfield. Bring it all the way up.
He's getting everybody hyped. He's letting it play out. He's building the momentum.
It's always a comforting sight when that breakthrough happens, but you see the flag up on the other side as a coach. At least on the defensive side, at least.
And ladies and gentlemen, as we are at that 38-minute mark, 2 minutes on the scoreboard in the background, we let our timer just keep running there so we have an idea of how much extra time is played, and we'll stop it at the nearest minute. Keep in mind the time is kept on the field by the center ref, and we have no indication of how much extra time is given, but 40 minutes is official for regulation, so anything over 40 minutes would be considered extra time. I was going to get that little spill there when we get to that 38-minute mark.
Everyone asks. Everyone asks.
And so that'd be a lot to put in the ticker. Know what I'm saying?
See if we can May River get a little bit of a run here. Oh. Don't know that I see that call. Nice.
Oh, close call there.
Yeah.
Just missed the header. Maybe a little bit quicker feet there. Goal could have been scored.
Bishop England gonna regret that opportunity. Missing that opportunity.
Maybe we're not a fan of that call.
No, we got a foul just outside the penalty area, so this will be indirect. May River will be able to set up their wall. Bishop England huddling, decide what they want to do with it.
And on the
Side
side.
of the net. You know, I think that's technically a good call on that foul. It's hard to see from the fan stance here, but
Yeah.
kind of played the ball initially, but continued through the man and took him down, and that was a fair call. But I think center judge has been pretty consistent this half.
Yeah, you
Both
know,
ways.
that's the thing. Consistent both ways. But you know the fans. Every call for and every call against is the opposite. So we're going to call it 42 minutes, about 41 and a half. We're going to start the second half at 42 minutes, but that's going to do it for the first half. A tight one here. Region implications, top 10 on the line here. My name is Javon Livingston. Alongside me, Mr. Ian Leslie. To half we go. We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen. Your score, 1-0, May River with the lead.
Check out the concession stand.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back here live on Buford's Own. It's time for the second half region matchup in the top 10 4A classification matchup here between Bishop England and May River High School. May River with the dominant, I don't want to say dominant, but the early lead 1-0 scored within the first minute of the matchup, and it's been tight since. It's been nil everybody. My name is Javon Livingston on the play-by-play, and alongside me, Mr. Ian Leslie, BA soccer head coach. How you doing?
Doing good. Exciting first half. Excited to see what happens here.
So a couple of things. We got some comments here in the chat. We want to give a shout out to Miss Amy Patrick, joined us during the halftime there, nurse at Buford Elementary, my little cousin's school. So, and she's mother of Walker Patrick on that on the JP2 soccer team as well.
Yeah,
so
we'll see you Monday, Amy. See you Monday, Walker.
So shout out to her. And then we got Lucas Fernandez asking us about the Bluffton Hilton Head game, which also has big implications here for region. And right now, we just get an update from Wes Kerr of Local Sports. He's at Bluffton. He's keeping a tight eye on 2 games at the same time. And I shot him a text. He's in the top of the bleachers, so he's looking at the soccer game and the baseball game. And currently right now in the soccer game, which is what we're paying attention to, Bluffton is up 1-0 at the half. Same score in 2 different fields here.
Yeah, we're 1-0 here, and just to recap for this 4A region, May River needs to win by at least 2 to have a chance at a region title. May River sitting on the 1 region loss. Bishop England on no region losses. This would be their first if they go down tonight, and then if everything else stayed even the rest of the way, May River needs at least a 2-goal differential here for the tiebreaker to secure region.
Yeah, or else you're hoping Bishop England, drops a game here, and that's a lofty expectation to, take something out of your control. You would want it to stay in your control, right? So if you get that 2-0, regardless of what happened now, or 2-0, 3-1, whatever it is, that stays in your control, and now you control your destiny. You just have to win out.
Yeah, definitely. But Bishop England, they do have a tough go the rest of the way. They go to number 4 Hilton Head next week, and then they're at number 10 Bluffton next week. So, I mean, nothing's guaranteed in terms of them winning out after this. Oh my word!
And almost a tough scoring on your own goal there. That was almost.
That was lack of communication between the keeper and the back line.
That's something that would have been real scary. You want to talk about in a game like this? We're talking about, possibly being devastating about, Bishop, on the Bishop England side for allowing a goal early. For May River, you score a goal to tie it up 1-1. Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, that would have been tragic.
Talk about a second half momentum killer. So, ball banging around a little bit, turn themselves into foosball sticks real quick. That's a quick one, too. Game I was never good at, by the way. Foosball?
I'm horrible at foosball. I'm an air hockey guy.
Yeah, I could decently play some air hockey. Well, no, I can't. I've taken some dates to amusement parks, and I've been beaten by my, a date or two in air hockey.
You're just letting the date beat you.
No, I'm a competitive guy. I do not let them win. But air hockey, somehow, man, I just can't win it, man.
Nice run here by 11, getting behind the defense. That's a clean tackle.
And a little bit of sportsmanship there. Picking them up, especially in a tight game like this. You don't expect to see that too often.
This has got to be the 5th or 6th corner for Bishop England. I don't think May River has had one yet. So definitely some opportunities for Bishop England.
And they're just trying to nab one here to tie this game up and get that nil off the scoreboard. Inside, and Sayas Garcia's coming out.
Yeah. Just over the crossbar.
Yeah, just over.
Nice volley there.
2 close calls there for Sayas Garcia's coming out the goal there. That first one he tried to grab it, but kind of looks like he lost the handle on it.
Yeah.
Which could have been dangerous there if someone was there to get at that second chance attempt. And that's always the scary part for me when I watch soccer games is when the keeper comes out and he makes that initial save, but he doesn't get a clean grab on it. And there's like a bunch of feet around him, and then everybody's trying to kick that second chance shot. It's like, get back, get back, get back.
Nothing nerve-wracking about being a keeper parent, right, Miss Amy? Another free kick opportunity here in the just about in the attacking third. I've noticed Bishop England, I mean, they talk about these set pieces. They definitely have some plays off these set pieces.
See what they do here. Nice kick.
Strong coming up by the keeper. That's
Oh, that was a hard fall there.
yeah. It's a foul against Bishop England.
You know what's crazy? You would think the grass and the turf, would be softer, of a fall like that. But for
Right.
some reason, you watch a basketball game, how hard they hit the floor sometimes,
Right.
and they just bounce back up like nothing's happened.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we practiced this fall. It's how you fall. You got to know how to hit the hardwood. And football and outdoor sports, they hit that grass, man, they're down. They are down.
Is that ball going to get through? Did not. So, Miss Stephanie, you asked about if we go to PKs on a tie. I am a private school coach. I'm not sure for public schools. I know that there would be an extra period or two before we went to PKs.
Yeah, so
Is it 2 10-minute periods?
I think it's 2 10-minute periods. And then if no one scores in 10 minutes, if for region, I think they would do 5-minute golden goal.
Okay.
And then they would go to PKs.
Okay.
If it was in a region matchup, they would do the overtime and then go straight to PKs.
Okay. So,
But-
yeah, this is a region matchup, so it could be up to 30 minutes of extra time.
Yeah.
And then PKs. For private school, we go to 5-minute periods and then PKs for region.
So I think the difference is non-region, no golden goal, for region and playoffs, they add that golden
That
goal
golden
in.
goal period.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of soccer.
That's a lot of soccer.
But
Oh!
we are tied at 1.
And there it goes, goal number 1 for Bishop England. And that young man right there trying to get a lock on his jersey with a close-up. Looks like that's number 6, Lucas Lohr.
Yeah, it was just had a window and no one stepped to the ball and he took it. Beautiful goal. And we are 1-1.
And we got a ball game, a match here. I mean, we haven't already. It was only 1-0. But now, you get the scoring jitters out. Both teams scoring a goal, especially when we get out of the shutout. And now everybody's feeling good now.
Beaker coming out. Hard to see from up here exactly, but got a text that was a quite a strike on that goal.
Yeah.
Not sure if it was upper 90 or what, but quite a strike. Getting some text commentary.
Yeah, I think it might be that. I think it's 2 5-minute periods and then a 10-minute golden goal. I think I might have had that backwards. 2 10 minutes and then a 5. I think it's 2 5 minutes and then a 10-minute golden goal. I think that's what it is. It's only happened one time for me. No, I think it's happened twice. And I think it was last year would be for girls soccer. Both of those came into the play. And then I had PKs. Versus Ashley Ridge, May River did. And they didn't do golden goal. They just did the 2 5-minute periods and then went to PKs.
Not sure if Coach Misa's questioning this as a card. He's concerned. He's not happy with the call. Just a plain foul there. Looked like a hard foul. Not sure if that was worthy of a card. We're just outside the box though with this.
Oh, nice defense right there. That was a beautiful header to kick that out.
See if they can counter here. A little too much.
Too far ahead. That's easy for him to come out the goal and punt that back the other way, kick it back the other way.
That's staying in. Keeper coming out, sweeping that. Strong play by the keeper to come out.
And speaking of May River not getting no corner kicks so far.
Yeah, here we go. First corner from May River.
And that one
looked like a throw. I thought that was a throw initially.
Yep.
So yeah, no, I was gonna say I thought that was a throw.
I think he might survive the broadcaster's jinx, man. I think it's been long enough. That's usually the thing we say. As soon as you say it hasn't happened, it usually does.
Trying to find feet, trying to find somebody.
One thing I will say I like about this game is a lot of advance. And he comes out of the goal there. Would have been dangerous.
Aggressive goalkeeping, good play.
Yeah, that's two right there. You know, the one he comes out, kicks it out of bounds, and then that one coming up. And man, if Wheat could have got that by him just there when he comes out early.
Seen a little bit more forward play here from May River this half. A few more through balls. Successful going over the top as well. Miscommunication there. Stay with May River. No call on that. Feel like that would have been a call in the first half, but
yeah, they got 11 play now at this point, right? That's always my favorite type of game when they don't get too ticky-tacky with the calls and let them play. A little aggressive here and there. As long as no one's beating anybody to a pulp.
Yeah. That's a good ball. That's a great ball.
Oh.
Great ball.
And he knows it, too.
Handle it.
He knows it. An opportunity there.
Watch this. Thought he's going to get a shot off there, not quite. May River looking to counter. It's a nice.
An opportunity right here.
He's with him.
Oh! The opportunity so.
A couple of crosses there, both halves that just missed.
There goes this. And that's Pelger coming back in. He was the one that had the shirt off celebration last cover out. Throw in coming from about the 19. Oh, we'll call it 15 there as he gets closer.
This left side for May River's been open pretty frequently. They keep trying to go down that left side. It's been there.
They were trying to keep a hold on it there. Couldn't.
I think you see more of Bishop England's defensive shape here. A lot of bend don't break. Not really putting anyone up too high and just trying to kick it up and hold up play to let people come up with them.
Yeah, because they're breaking through a little bit more now, but they're just happy with the save on the back end. Still haven't been able to give a good shot off, but it's good passes.
Bishop England definitely just packing the box a little bit more. Again, we're just going to kick up and hope the striker can hold up play and keep possession. It's a good transition. It's nice. Keep can take that. Oh.
Oh, he got a body down there.
Yeah, that may have been a high kick. Or no, it looks like he's holding his knee, actually.
And they're actually going to call the trainer out for this one. So
He's up. He's up.
Oh, he's up. See, every time. They actually, and this one I was looking, I was like, they actually called the trainer this time. So I thought, like, all right, you know.
I think in Skiza, if you call the trainer, we make you sub. You got to sub.
Yeah, that's the rule in football too. If you're down, you know, and the trainer come out, you got to come off for at least one play, you know.
Looks like we may have a new keeper as well. Looks like that was, not sure what happened there. Keeper holding his chest a little bit. Looks like took a shot.
Yeah, and that's going to be Ruben Espana Betancourt making his way to the goal.
That's a tough situation to put a freshman in. I believe he's a freshman. Coming in cold to a 1-1 region match.
That's a big deal if he's going to have to be out for a little while there. In a 1-1 game, and you're talking about a team that's been low scoring here so far. Lore is going to come back in, one of the leading goal scorers on the night. Tied at 1, right? Tied at 1. Well,
we'll have a fair amount of stoppage time in this half. Little details matter shout out. Someone's been watching Reacher.
Yeah. Reacher, that was a good show. I've been watched that. I never watched it. I would see it on my Fire Stick, and then that one I just finally decided to watch it. Suggested to me, man, and I've been to watch that. That and Paradise, man.
Oh man, Paradise is good.
And I coached out the players too because the defensive coordinator semi-pro football. I tell them the same thing. You know, no stupid flags, man. They never change the call. You
They
know,
never
based
change
off
the
of your
call.
reaction. So just let it
Exactly.
ride. There's no point of arguing or getting frustrated. Just let it be.
Yeah, you don't get a lot of, well, I never thought about it like that from the officials. Able to turn. See where they go. Just gonna. Too much. A bit too
So
much.
that one a little bit too far. Apologize to our fans a little bit tuning in here. We are dropping a little bit of frame, so if you are seeing that frame drop, that is on our side as well. We're hoping our signal stable out a little bit here. It's always tough conditions to stream over here at May River. It's not too much cell signal over here, so tried to drop it.
See if they try to get this in the box, put a little pressure on this keeper. That looks like they have a center back making a run and not the strike he was hoping for there.
Not straight into it, maybe player there.
Space is wide. Oh, late call.
Oh,
Late call.
I don't think anyone's happy with that one on either side. I apologize. I get a little quiet on you. I'm focusing on that stream health, man. Make sure we stay alive here.
Tight game both ways. Not a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, I think we might wind up going into some of those extras, man. And then probably gonna have a good bit of extra time here. A couple of injuries here in the second half.
Maybe we're just not able to connect on more than 2 passes, it seems, on the attacking side. This defense is just stout.
Yeah, and they're doing a good job, you know, as far as at least, you know, well, both teams are doing a good job keeping it off of the kicker. I mean, excuse me, not the kicker, off of the keeper.
So we'll see how the freshman keeper deals with this first corner for him. switch to another corner for Bishop England. It's got to be about their 10th or so. Haven't really had, I don't think there's been a real quality opportunity off a corner yet for them. So, May River is such a highly technical team. It just speaks to the quality of Bishop England that, you know, they're really having a hard time playing in possession. And that's a silly turnover by Bishop England. Touch. Big switch if they have it. They had a switch there. Couldn't find it. Quality headers from Bishop England just to clear the ball out. About 4 minutes on the clock, but I think we've got at least five minutes of stoppage time at minimum. May River playing out of the back for one of the first times in a while. Not able to connect.
A little bit more action now. They feel the pressure.
It's a great ball.
He's trying to make a move and couldn't get a shot off there.
Tiki-taka in the box, so just couldn't quite pull the trigger on it.
This is the best part of the game right there. Both teams feeling the pressure right now as, you know, time's starting to run out there and nobody wants to go to extras, right?
Yeah, Miss Stephanie, we're just a little bit of a bandwidth issue here with the internet. Apologize.
Yeah, it cuts out. It's always rough over here at May River, man. I try to do the best I can. Gotta love the fan commentary there sometimes.
Automatic first down. Got a free kick from about the 20. See again, keeper's really not had to do much since he's come on. This freshman keeper. See if they can put some pressure on him here. Can't get it on goal.
The easy one there rolls out the way.
Clock is stopped at 2. Center judge will keep the time from here on out. Imagine we've got at least 5-6 minutes of stoppage time.
Yeah, definitely. We've got a couple injuries there.
A few injuries, a few cards, a few conversations. See if we put it on.
Oh!
Beautiful save over the crossbar. Beautiful save.
Beautiful shot right there, Karachere.
Highly skilled just to get the shot off.
Yeah, and he's
on goal.
Yeah, and he's one of the goal scorers. It's crazy that he always had an opportunity there, and he's the only goal scorer for May River. Both, 1-1 here and tied. We had a chance to score that second goal and break it and avoid extras right there. Silent time here, over 80 minutes. Just a reminder, if you're watching us, ladies and gentlemen, 82 minutes will be the second half. So it's 2 minutes of extra time there in that first half. 82 would be the end of regulation for the game.
Oh, just can't get ahead on it. Just a little too much.
An off-target pass right there from
Yeah.
Karacha. It couldn't.
So everything's in the
Like
tights. Everything's being played in a tight space in the middle, and I'm really not able to go wide with it at all. And I think Bishop England is just too disciplined to really let anything through, any fancy footwork. That's a handball.
Yeah.
I think this is within range to try and get something within the penalty area. Hopefully a better opportunity for them than last time.
And like he's doing a kickoff there.
Yeah. Little shoving after. Ref's not gonna. I mean, ref has to. Ref's not gonna. I mean, ref has to. Ref has to say something. The ref has to say something.
Yeah, waiting for it. No. Probably just a quick little. Hey.
Gotta. That's all we ask for as coaches is for officials to keep control of the game.
Long ball there.
First save for the keeper.
I'd say that was a nice one there for his first piece of action. Just a decent long ball there. Just had to run out there and grab it.
Nice punt as well. How about an assist?
And also looks like they're going to trade points, and that's going to be the end of regulation. You pretty much called it about 86 minutes, so we're going to go extra time on this one, ladies and gentlemen. We'll take a break, and we'll be right back here on Buford Zone.
All right, we're back for some free soccer.
Yep. So extra time. It's going to be 2 extra 5-minute periods. So 10 minutes in total here for extra time here, and then it should go to PK. So 91 minutes for the first extra there. And a nice tip
Yeah, nice save by the freshman.
by Espania Betancourt. And if you're watching an update on Sejas Garcias, it looks like he was carried off, and hopefully he'll be okay in return. He will not return to the match here tonight.
So this is 2 5-minute periods, no golden goal. So regardless if someone scores, the play will continue till the end of the 10.
Correct, correct.
This freshman keeper's had more action in the first minute of this extra time than he did the whole second half.
The fire is on now. Everybody's trying to score. Everybody's just going to tee off. Like the strategy for a little part is out the window.
I'll tell you what, man, as a coach, I've seen these extra periods just go so many different directions. They can play tight, and you have literally no attacking. I've seen 3 goals in the first 5-minute period. It's really interesting to see how the boys react. Bishop England's ball. Definitely Bishop England's ball on that is the right call.
And I love the pace right now that both teams are playing with. I love it.
Seems like they see the end of the tunnel. They got 8 minutes. No reason to leave any energy out there. It's putting your defender in a tough position there.
And they're pushing up on them right now. They're trying to take any little piece of cherry pick that they can get right now. Ooh, Bluffton with the win. It looks like 2-1 over Hilton Head.
Such a competitive region.
So that's a big one right there. So that leaves a cushion for May River, even if they were to lose this game. Leaves a nice little cushion for them or Bishop England. That keeps the tiebreaker between them two if both teams win out, regardless of who wins or loses this game. So 89, 91 minutes. 91 minutes would be the end of the first 5 minutes here in extra time or overtime.
Could be an opportunity. Bishop England definitely more the aggressor in this first extra period. It's a good throw.
Everybody's trying to get that final goal off right there. One goal could make the difference. It's about the difference of competition, especially May River not getting that, that 2-goal lead. Not saying it can't happen here, but, for their region chances, they're going to stay in Bishop England's court.
Shove in the back by Bishop England. May River, not sure how much time. Can't imagine we got but 30 seconds here. Tough first touch. The opportunities seem to almost have to be perfect.
Yeah, they got 2 off early. The Bishop England got 2 opportunities there for a shot throughout that first minute of extra time here. It's about 15 seconds or so here. Plus. And there you go. So it's about 8 seconds off. That's the end of the first extra. ladies and gentlemen, at 91 seconds.
I think they'll just flip and go. No waiting here.
Yeah. No long timeouts. I always love it that way. Give the keepers a little bit of time to switch sides.
I don't think May Rivers caring about a cold 2-goal differential now. I think
Yeah.
they just
Wanna
they're
win
playing
it.
for the win.
That's all you need right
If they
now.
lose this game, region is out of the question. So they just need a win to stay in region contention, and then hope Bishop England drops one against Bluffton or Hilton Head.
I think it sucks for all 4 of these teams in this region right now. Win, lose.
Playing fast. Not quite sure what the call was there. I think they're saying it was originally a white throw-in. It wasn't even a May River throw-in there.
Oh. And that would have been, normally I don't stop the clock, but that was about 95-30.
So we've probably got about 1:15 left here before we go to PKs.
So I'll give about 15 seconds here before I start the clock, because it's about 95-30 before that. Little break, we'll be right back. PKs on the way right here on Buford's Own. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for PKs here for the Sino deciding factors. We get ready to go. And there is your shootout score. It is 1-all. As we get ready to go here.
First one, May River drills it through. Pure. Always tell the strikers just pick a side. Don't be fancy with it. Just pick a side and strike it. It's pretty assertive there with that first one. See how the freshman keeper deals with these PKs. came in midway through the second half for the injured keeper. Didn't have a lot of action in the second half in the extra time, but see how he deals, making himself big. For the keeper, it's just pick a side and guess.
And
Tied at 1.
tied at 1. Lucas Lure makes his. Robertello Jr. up for Mary River second. Goal.
This would all but clinch it for him.
And
3-2.
Bishop England.
After 3 rounds, we're at 3-2.
3-2 here in the PK shootout.
We've had right-footed strikers go left and right. Last one went right. Let's see.
Oh, and the airmail, and that's usually what happens. Karatere, who's got the goal on the night.
It comes to the 4A region.
Big region win. But the game's still not, the region's still not in their control though. We're going to talk about all the region implications. They had to win by 2 here.
Yeah.
They didn't get that job done, but they still got the win, which is still a big win. And so now you're hoping this tough region, somebody gets an upset here. If
Yeah.
you're May River or Bluffton and Hilton Head, but they still have to win out. So this is tough because
tough.
they still got
Bishop
tough
England,
matchups
yeah.
to play, both these teams here. So it's going to be interesting to see. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in here on Buford Zone. Don't forget, I know we had that choppy signal here during the game. I will post the full game later so you can watch it uninterrupted. We also will have post-game highlights so you can watch it in the short form as well. Once again, my name is Javon Livingston on the play-by-play as